Good afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday, January 21st. I'm here an hour and a half or so earlier than normal. Let me get myself all set up here. Make sure I can see myself on Facebook. This is Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. And ironically, it's funny, but, well, not really funny, but different things have come up, and Tammy and I have almost flip-flopped. I'm going first earlier today at 2:30, and she will be going live at 5 p.m. this afternoon, Pacific time. And let's see, that is, well, hopefully that glow won't be there when I move my thing. But anyway, welcome to Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. And looking for comments. There we go. Welcome. I'm on earlier than normal, but I had something come up and I need to be available after 4 o'clock for it. So here I am early. Didn't want you to miss out on these darling dinos. Let me tell you, these are the cutest things ever, and you're just going to fall in love with them. I'm going to make a card today. Let me show you the card we're going to make today. This is the card. It's a cute Valentine's Day card. And these can be found in the catalog. Where is my catalog? I had my catalog, but it looks like I cleaned up my desk and now I can't find my catalog. But these are in the, oh, silly me. Oh, there it is. Let me grab it real quick for you. Hello, Tammy. Welcome. I was just sharing with everybody how you and I sort of flip-flop today, and I'm going first and you're going second. But we're using Darling Dinos, and it is in our January to April mini catalog on page 51. It's just so adorable. I love these samples they've got. So adorable. I can't wait to share with you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be using this and some designer series paper or pattern paper from our online series, or called Marbled Elegance online exclusive. So let's go ahead and get started. And here is the card we're going to be making today. Let's see if we can get rid of that glare. All right, so let me give you a rundown on the pieces and parts that we need to make this card. The card, we're going to have a card base out of the thick white cardstock, and it is 8.5 by 5.5. You know what? I'm becoming more obsessed with this bundle, Tammy. Now that I have played with it a little bit more, I just can't wait to play with it even more. So, this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Typical standard card base. We're going to use Marbled Elegance. We're going to use 2 pieces of designer series paper from that. We're going to be using one side that has the acrylic pour type pattern to it in different colors, including gold and melon mambo and real red. And then on the back side of one of those acrylic pours, and it actually might be this one. Nope, that one's the one that leaves. There's another one similar in colors, but it has more pretty and pink. But I love the hearts and the arrows that are on it. We're going to use that one. This piece is 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then this piece is 2.5 by 4.5. And we'll set that aside. We're also going to be using some of the brushed gold metallic specialty paper. And this is 2 7/8 by 4.5. And then we're going to use some petal pink and basic white cardstock. The petal pink is 3 by 2 1/4. And one of the basic whites is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 by 2. And then this one is it's almost a square. It's 2 3/4 by 2.5. And this is for us to stamp our dinosaur on. Oh no. Oh, okay, there I am. It looks like I blanked out a little bit. Am I ready and going, Tammy? Am I still going? Because I had a little thing on my screen so that it was a little lagging. And I've been having problems with my home internet today. And so I switched to my phone data. So hopefully no hiccups. So, but you know, I'll tell you, with the day I had at work today and the way things have been going the last day and a half, I wouldn't be surprised if there's more hiccups. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm back. Woohoo, I'm back. All right, let's go ahead and take our card base and we're going to fold it over and burnish it. And excuse my reach, I forgot to grab my bone folder. We're going to do that. And then we're going to take our largest piece, and we're going to open this up a little bit. We're going to take our largest piece, and I always like cutting it. If it's going to go exact from one edge to the other edge of the card base or another piece of paper, I like to go a little bit over with the piece that I'm layering on top, just to I'll cut it and then cut it off afterwards, just to make sure, because sometimes, you know, our eyes, well, I'm going to say my eyes are not perfect. And what I think I line up as 5.5 in this paper may not be quite 5.5. And then you can see a little bit of white at the top, and I don't want to do that. I want it to go completely across. So we're going to center that right in the middle here. And I want as much gold on this as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. So let's go ahead and glue. And whoop, a brand new one. So it's a little juicy, but we're going to do that. I'll move my glue holder over here, and we're going to put this on right here in the center. And again, I'll tap it at the top just to make sure, and then we'll rub down here. All right, good. See, we're back and live and going. All right, and then I'm going to fold it over like this, because then let's go ahead and cut. And I think I'm going to use my bigger scissors to cut this so I can do it in least amount of time. All right, we'll go there. There we go. Cut that off. See how perfect that is? And I know with my eyesight, if I'm lining it up, sometimes I line it up ever slightly off, a hair off, and then you can see it, and that drives me crazy. It's one of my things that just bugs me. So now we're going to take our gold foil, brushed gold foil, and we're going to layer our other DSP, the one with the hearts on top, and we're going to center it from top to bottom. And we're going to attach this here. I hate putting glue on this side, but I want the other side, so I guess we have to. So we're going to do that, and we're going to center it from top to bottom. And it's going to go from side to side. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to close my card, and I'm going to center this piece. It's going to go vertical, not horizontal. Oh, no. It's going horizontal, not vertical. Oops. It's going horizontal, but I want it centered vertically. So we're going to do that. And what I'm going to do when I glue it, I'm going to make sure I tuck it against this side here, and then we'll cut this edge off. So let's go ahead and attach this. Sorry, my daughter's trying to FaceTime me. I'm going to have to call her back after this. I hope everybody had a wonderful Martin Luther King Day yesterday. I enjoyed my day hanging out with my hubby. He was off, I was off. We got some housework done and just got a few things taken care of, and it was a nice relaxing day. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And I forgot to tell my daughter that I was coming on live earlier, so that's why she called me now, because she probably wanted to make sure she didn't call me later when I'm supposedly doing my FaceTime, or not FaceTime, by live. So, all right, let's go ahead and cut this edge off now. I'm going to use... There we go. So now we've got a perfectly smooth edge, and it goes definitely left to right from edge to edge. There's no white pieces showing. That's how I like to do it. It doesn't hurt to go just a little extra. All right. Now let's go ahead and do our stamping. All right, we've got our card base prepped, and we're going to stamp now. We're going to use, from the stamp set, we're going to use our T-Rex friend. And then we're going to use the Roar Means in Dinosaur at blank. And I really love this. Tammy pointed this out in one of her other videos when she did use Darling Dinos. But it's great because this stamp, it has a blank. And actually you can see it because, let me show you. I did it in Melon Mambo. And it has this space in between that you can put any of these other sayings. Roar means you're terrific in Dinosaur, or happy birthday, or you're the best, or I love you. And I'm going to be using the I love you. We're going to do that. We're going to stamp it center of our smallest piece of basic white. And we're going to do that in Melon Mambo. All right. Melon Mambo. And then, let's see. I don't want to get my head in the screen. I got to make sure that's straight. But there's always two sides. Don't forget there's always two sides if you make that mistake. Nope, that looks good. Also, I noticed yesterday or the other day when I was stamping, I haven't used Melon Mambo yet. It's one of my newer colors I bought. And I noticed that don't be alarmed if you stamp and at first it looks like it's more red. It actually lightens up to be and turns more into the actual pink color that you see afterwards. So you got to give it some time. And then we're going to put I love you in petal pink because we've got petal pink in our Dinosaur and a little bit of petal pink in our DSP or our pattern paper. So I'm going to center that. There we go. Roar means I love you. And I don't need any more of that ink. We will be using our Stampin' Blends. Let's go ahead and attach this now. We're going to center it in there. All right. I hope everybody's having a great day. Because it was Martin Luther King, I didn't have to go to work, so it was a nice 3-day week. But I'll tell you, today was chaos at work. It was a little bit crazier just because it felt like a Monday, but it wasn't a Monday, and a lot of different things that we were doing. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here. We're going to center it from left to right, and it almost is the exact same height as our gold foil, but not quite. So it's just going to hang out over edge ever so slightly. All right. And let's make sure I can center this. There we go. All right, now I'm going to embellish this with some heart sequins from the Marbled Elegance suite, but I'm not going to do it until after I do my Dinosaur, just so that I make sure I don't end up covering my Dinosaur or covering my hearts with the Dinosaur, with the Dinosaur. So now we're going to stamp our Dinosaur. We're going to use our Memento Black. Probably should have done this. Thank you. I'm glad you love this layout. Actually, let me share with you. This layout is not something that I came up with. I tweaked it, but this layout is actually one that I found on Split Coast Stampers, and they have a million different layouts in there. And what I did is I found one, I liked it, I measured it out, figured out what the measurements were, and then I started adding layers to it so that I could tie in more of the colors. So let's go ahead and stamp our dino. And let's see, there we go. Oh, perfect. And then we're gonna let him glue. I should have done this first because then I could let him dry a little bit so that the ink doesn't bleed a little too much. Sometimes it bleeds if you don't let it dry 100%. So we're gonna go ahead and, wave it around a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I reminded you, Tammy. Yeah, you know what I did is I joined in and I found where they had all of the sketches, and then I went in and I took the files and downloaded the files, and I created binder pages for those so that I could keep them in my binder. All right, we're going to use Petal Pink Dark and Light of our Stampin' Blends. And we're going to use Light Real Red for our Stampin' Blends to color our Dinosaur. So let's go ahead and we're going to use the light first. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to color the red first. I'm going to use the bullet tip point so that I can, I'm going to do all his horns. and his polka dots and a cute red. And this actually won't take long. You just sort of have to dab. You're not even really coloring per se. It's just sort of dotting in the colors as it blends in and goes into the paper. So we're going to do that right there. Yep, there we go. Get all of his polka dots. I also we're going to do his nails in a red, but you know what? I'm going to do his nails in just a minute after we get everything else done. Oh, there's a couple more dots I forgot. Some more polka dots or spots. All right, let's go ahead. What's smart? Oh, the printing out and the files. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to color. And this is a wider section, so I'm just going to go ahead and brush with the brush tip a little bit around the edges and fill it in. The nice thing about these blends is that as you're blending and as you're coloring, it sort of spreads out. So, and you might see the lines now, but once it dries, you don't see any lines whatsoever. Whereas with the Stampin' Write markers, you would see lines when you color with them. At least I have. Maybe I'm coloring with them wrong, but which is why I don't use Stampin' Write markers for coloring. I use them for coloring on my stamps to have multiple colors on my sentiments or on my stamps. And I use them for drawing lines and stuff. But for coloring in, I like the Stampin' Blends. All right, so there's our Stampin' Blend. We're going to do, also we're going to alternate colors. There's that. And I'm going to color with it a little bit darker. All right, now we're going to go in and we're going to highlight some areas with the darker color. I'm going to do there, around his nose, and let's do the edges. There we go. And I'm going to do his belly with the darker color too, I think. All right, do some tail. But all right, and that will blend in and you'll see a little bit more of the color difference as it blends in. All right, now let's go ahead and use our red to get the rest. I want to do the rest of his belly. And then I want to do his toenails or her toenails. We'll do red toenails. All right, and fingernails or claw nails. I don't know. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and die cut this out. This stamp set is a bundle. You can buy as is, just a stamp set, or you can buy as a bundle with the dies. And the dies are great. They cut out different things. There is this one that cuts out our T-Rex, but there's also this one that cuts out our Brontosaurus over here and our Triceratops over here. Then we have one that cuts out flowers and balloons and party hats and hearts and leaves, all our leaves, and the grass. I thought I saw one for grass. Maybe it didn't. And then this creates a grass or a cloud or whatever you want. And then these cut out the rocks and the hat, the top hat. This is the bow tie. Oh my gosh, the bow tie is adorable. And I think that's it. But anyway, so there's some great dies. Oh, and then this is like, these are eggs. Like if you have a dinosaur egg. Tammy did a great one with I don't know what made me do it. I just did it, Tammy. It was shaking. Because you don't need to shake Stampin' Blends. You don't. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to get him all lined up so I can die cut him out. We'll get our little tab, our Post-it flag, and put this on here. And what I found with using my mini machine, is best to offset the bottom and the top, make those even, but offset the middle plate a little bit in. They like to say it makes an E, and I'll show you what that looks like. You can see sort of an E. These two are farther out, and the middle one is in. And hey, Tracy, welcome. I just noticed your things. You like the toenails on the dinos. I do love the toenails on the dinos. They're cute to decorate. Oh, dino poop. That's funny. Well, I guess it depends on what color you use or what the dinos have been eating. So I'm going to die cut out my dinosaur. And then, voila, there's our fun little dinosaur. I'm going to put my die cut over there. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals and the edges. I like to use up the edges a little bit. That's a tip that I learned many years ago. Why throw this double-sided tape or double-sided dimensions away if you can use it? So I'm going to use one on his nose, and then we're going to cut some, because I believe in using up everything that you can possibly use. No waste. You should see my scrap pile that I have. My friend Tracy would be very proud of me. But at the same time, my friend Patty would be proud of me too, because I do get rid of some of the smaller pieces of scraps. So I'm a happy medium in the area of scrap piece keeping. All right, so we're going to go ahead and attach these to, all right, we're going to attach him down here, or her. We're going to attach our dino right down here. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I just love this. I can't wait to play with this more with some other ones. Matter of fact, I was thinking I want to play with the toadstool paper from Celebration catalog, and I think I'm going to do that with the dinos tonight. I might do some playing around with that tonight. So get here and get in and just start getting creative. All right, let's go ahead and add our hearts. We're going to add, I think I have 2 on here. I might add 3. I don't know. Let's go ahead and we're going to add, I love these mirrored, they almost look like mirrors, but they're sequins. I'm going to add a little one right up there. Oh my goodness, that's cute. And then we're going to add another one. Let's go with a larger one. We have a medium, a small. Let's go with the larger one down there. And there is you're going to be making Dino Valentines. I might do this too. I might use this one as a Valentine's for my husband. So, anyway, here is our thing. And you know what you could do if you wanted to, but I don't have it set up, is you could stamp these hearts. These are supposed to be flower tips, but just now I looked up and they almost look like your mouth when you're puckering up to give a kiss. But anyway, and a flower, you could always do a flower in here and make it a petal pink flower. Right here, you could do all sorts of, you decorate the inside as well. So, roar means I love you in dinosaur. Then you can always tell them that they're terrific and put that on the inside. So, but there's so many ways you can go with this. But there is my Darling Dinos Valentine's card. And like I said, you're going to fall in love with these. And I know when you watch Tammy's, I've seen Tammy's card already. If you have the ability to come back at 5 o'clock this afternoon, so in about 2 hours, come back and watch Tammy's. She's got the cutest card. I can't wait to watch it and see it be made. But she's also doing the dinos, and we know that you're going to fall in love with these. Also, if you missed this or missed part of this, you can always come back to my blog tomorrow, www.stampinwithjen.com, Stampin' with 2 N's, Jen with 2 N's. And I'm going to have all of this, including measurements and the information, what supplies I used, all here on my blog, and there will be a copy or a link to the video, so in case you didn't catch the whole thing, you can watch it again. There will also be links to Tammy's Teach It Tuesday with Her Darling Dino, and so there you go. You can come back tomorrow on our blog and catch up where you may have missed. So anyway, have a great day, have a great Tuesday, have a great week, and we will see you. If you want, I will be here Facebook Live for Fun Friday on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Bye-bye.